What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Binkz and Doodle Effect. My name is Binkz. I'm one of your hosts, and I'm always joined with Mr. DrewskiDoodles right below me down here. And this week we are accompanied by ChrisLG over here to my right, a recurring guest to the podcast. Welcome back, Chris.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, dude.
Mr. DrewskiDoodle, how are you with the week off that we had last week?
It was a good holiday, but there is no place I'd rather be than being under you, sweetie.
Oh, making me blush. Yeah, unfortunately, we could not record last week. We took a nice little Christmas holiday for the Binkz and Doodle Effect. But no worries, we will be here for the rest of the year until further notice, hopefully. Before we get into anything, just going to shout out Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy is a premium energy and focus supplement designed to optimize your mental and physical performance. And unlike unhealthy canned energy drinks, this powerful supplement can be taken daily to improve overall performance and is filled with vitamins and amino acids, and it's a healthy way to increase your natural energy. I am doing another live taste test. Never had this flavor before. It is
Oh, baby.
It is mango pineapple. Ah, man, that is so hard to
Nice
open
pop?
up. Yep. So it passes the smell test. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I'm not a big mango fan at all, not even a little bit. But I'm a big pineapple fan. So let's see. Here we go.
Yeah. He doesn't like it. I know when his eye twitch like that, he's not a fan of the. Everyone has no, Steve. You don't have to play it up.
No. So hear me out. It's definitely not my favorite, but I drink this. I could actually. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It's a good flavor. It's just I was expecting. You know when you drink something and you're expecting a different flavor than what actually hit your tongue, and it catches you off guard a little bit.
Yeah.
That is what just happened to me. This tastes like I should be sitting in a really hot sun with palm trees on a beach. Like if you added like Malibu rum to this energy drink. Not that I recommend alcohol with energy drinks, but this would be unbelievable as a mixed drink. If you like slush this up, like put some ice in it and make this like a slushy, this would be a phenomenal mix like tropical drink. It's actually not bad. I just wasn't expecting that flavor on my tongue, and that is why, and it just caught me off guard. But this mango pineapple, really good. Anyway, use 5% off. Use the code GETLIVID for 5% off. We recommend a starter pack. You get a shaker cup and a bunch of like little packets to try like this. Rogue Energy, Get Livid, 5%. Mango pineapple, try it out.
Good plug.
That's actually not bad, boys. It's actually not bad. Moving on. The world of baseball. Andrew, do you want to take it away? You're the baseball guy.
The Rays don't got no more pitching no more. And the Padres have all the pitching. The Padres acquired someone who is in the Cy Young race every year in the American League, Blake Snell, and Yu Darvish from the Cubs. They have pretty much sent away their entire farm system. They paid a big price, but it's going to be worth it. Their rotation's nasty. So it looks like now they will have their aces. Their ace is going to be Blake Snell, Chris Paddock, Yu Darvish, Zach Davies, and Dinelson LeMay. That's nasty. I mean, the American League's happy. The American League East is happy because they don't have to deal with Blake Snell every so often now. So the Blue Jays are rejoicing, and probably the Yankees too. The NL West is locked up. No one's going to beat the Padres.
They're in win now mode. They're completely in win now mode.
Between that pitching and the fact that they're the Slam Diego Padres, dude. They got Snell, they got Chris Paddock, they got Tatis Jr., they got Manny Machado. That team is definitely in win now mode. Clearly, because their entire farm system is gone.
We have a confirmed amount of games yet? It's not 162, I think.
No.
I think it's 100 or something like that. Was it like 62 games? Was it like, did they make it 100 on the dot? I forget. I think I read somewhere. I know it's not 162 games.
There's a gnat in my room. I thought it was the winter. I don't remember. It might be a full season. This
I
actually might be a full
definitely
season.
don't think it's a full season.
You might be thinking of hockey.
Well, I know they have a shortened season with hockey. But...
Yeah. They didn't say, and if anything, they didn't say it.
Oh.
Because I can't find anything.
I would have thought disregard then. I thought I
Yeah.
saw something. Going forward though, the Major League Baseball, something really cool that they did. They recognized the Negro League of Major League Baseball, and they added all their stats and records. So we have a bunch of new, things going into the Major League Record Book, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who are big baseball fans, you guys probably know already, but Phil Niekro has passed away. Moment of silence for him real quick, if you guys may. That's good. Phil Niekro, definitely a Hall of Famer, great pitcher. Nasty knuckleball. Disgusting knuckleball, Phil Niekro. I don't know if you guys have ever seen some highlights of him. Just type in Phil Niekro knuckleball. Man threw a nasty knuckleball. So may he rest in peace. Great pitcher.
True artist of the craft.
Exactly. Going forward, though, with college football, last week we had the ACC Championship, the SEC Championship. Clemson is your ACC champion. Alabama won the SEC. Ohio State won the Big Ten. We have the playoffs all set. We got Alabama at number 1, Clemson at number 2, Ohio State at number 3, Notre Dame at number 4. Ohio State should not be in the playoffs. They played half the games as everyone else. I don't care that they won the Big Ten, but that's the committee for you. I think, honestly, Alabama is going to bend over Notre Dame, and I think Clemson's going to bend over Ohio State, and we're going to have Alabama-Clemson for the championship game again, as, pretty much anyone who watches college football would have predicted. The Florida Gators, we had touched on, 3 weeks ago, about how their season was ended on the worst penalty ever, but their quarterback, Kyle Trask. Some interesting stats real quick about him and Joe Burrow. And, you saw the hype with Joe Burrow, last year before he came to the draft. Both Trask and Burrow played 11 games. Trask had 4,125 yards this year. Burrow only had 4,014. Trask threw 43 touchdowns and 5 picks, and Burrow threw 41 touchdowns and 6 picks. So Trask's final year, way better. Not way better, but, better than Burrow's final year. And there's a chance that Kyle Trask doesn't even go into the draft, which would be very disappointing to the NFL. Not seeing that man play. He's built like a Ben Roethlisberger. Big guy, strong, buff.
It's unfortunate for him.
But, I would love to see Kyle Trask as, a New York Jet. Because, we're not.
I was going to say, because they lost.
We're not getting Lawrence anymore. But.
Are we not getting Lawrence? Is that official?
Yeah.
It's official.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Official as in we don't have the first round pick?
Correct, yeah.
Jaguars.
Bro, they got Gardner Minshew.
Jaguars.
The Gardner Minshew stats that he's having
more
a better
of a
year.
mascot than a quarterback.
What? He's having a better season than some quarterbacks.
Carson Wentz? Because, you're using
That's
the term
one.
quarterback loosely here.
Carson Wentz, Cam Newton, Cam
Wayne
Newton.
Haskins.
Bro, Cam Newton, after week 3, I thought, bro, this guy was such a sleeper pick for the Patriots. He looks like ass.
He is pretty cheeks.
The Patriots are in trouble. They don't have a quarterback.
Before we jump the gun and get into football, I just want to say Henrik Lundqvist getting open heart surgery. We wish him a very speedy recovery, and it's very unfortunate that he will no longer be playing hockey. Andrew, I know you're a big Lundqvist fan, so
Yeah, it's wild. What did the Capitals doctors catch? What? Unless this is something that just got worse. Obviously, the Rangers trainers were going to put him in harm's way.
I would like to think that it was something that just developed, and not something pushed aside.
But at the same time, I'm also not convinced that he's not going to play one more game at some point.
Well,
it's going to be almost borderline impossible. But he is not officially retired yet.
I think he's pretty much going to be done. That's why I said we're not going to see him play. At his age, to have open heart surgery and then still have to then get yourself to play again, you call it a career at that point.
Agree with you, but with the personality he has, he's going to exhaust every last option before he calls it a career. We'll see.
Well, yeah, no, only time will tell, but for now, the most important thing is Henrik Lundqvist's speedy recovery.
Yeah, definitely. Do want to bring up an interesting piece of hockey trivia that I just remembered. Season's in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Training camp is this weekend. The Islanders still have not signed Matt Barzal. He is still an RFA. What's going on? That's a big L for the Islanders, unless something develops, which it probably will. But
I hope nothing,
that's why.
I hope nothing but L's for the Islanders.
Yeah, same.
He can come in 2020. So
if you want like that. Well, he can come right into Manhattan.
Come to the better side of New York.
Exactly.
No biggie. But
yeah, big hockey guy. 2 weeks away. I got January 14th. I got that night planned, baby.
Can't wait. Bless you, Chris.
Well, dude, you right?
Hope you're good. However, we can include Chris in the conversation now that we're getting into hockey. Football.
Back to Gardner Minshew.
All right, go for it, buddy.
Gardner Minshew is throwing for more passing yards per game, 251, than Breeze and Ryan Tannehill right now. He has
you mean Breeze, who was hurt who cracked his rib cage?
All right. Well, Minshew broke his thumb. Minshew owns a better TD interception ratio than Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson right now. And Minshew sports a higher QB rating than Ben Roethlisberger and Kyler Murray. Lastly, Minshew has a higher completion percentage than Tom Brady and Matthew Stafford when he played before he got hurt. Just saying, not a bad quarterback.
Yeah, they're going to draft Trevor Lawrence.
Anyway.
If Jacksonville doesn't draft Trevor Lawrence,
there is so much sex appeal and just good performance out of that.
Like I said, mascot. I love the guy. I want to see him.
I'm just saying, there's a shot. There's a shot.
I think you have a better chance of eating an apple and shitting an apple pie than Jacksonville not drafting Trevor Lawrence. Just saying.
You're probably right.
But teams who do need a quarterback, teams who do need a quarterback, Carson Wentz is probably going to be on the market next year.
Stay the hell away from New England. I take Cam Newton 10 times out of 10 over that guy.
Carson Wentz does not want to be an Eagle, and he said it, if he is going to be the backup. Now, is it safe to say that he lost his job for next year?
Yes.
Jalen Hurts is now going to probably be the future of the Eagles. Can we all agree on this?
Yep.
More than likely. Where do you think Wentz goes?
I hope New England.
You think New England's probably going to need a quarterback because...
Nope. Stick with Cam.
Because Cam doesn't fit the Belichick system, in my opinion.
Not.
They're
gonna pick up Wentz.
Wentz could
Drew's
technically
have to deal with it. You're just another losing year.
No.
But Wentz could technically go to the Jets if the Jets don't draft a quarterback.
No, the Jets are sticking with Darnold, especially if the last 2 W's.
The Jets, if they get rid of Darnold for Wentz, they're insane. Darnold's
pretty good
not bad with wide receivers. Look at him. 2 wide receivers. Like, he got multiple wide receivers now that aren't hurt. My man, Steve, okay, if you can look me in the face and say his last 2 weeks weren't good, then you're out of your mind. Kind of good. Yeah, you can't say it. They were pretty good. Look, I know the whole beginning of the season, yeah, it sucked. But there's so many people that, opted out, bro. He had no wide receivers in the beginning, like... There's a shit team that, bro. We have Adam Gase as the fucking QB guru. I don't know, bro. I feel like maybe with a new fucking coach next year, and just maybe, dude, the Jets defense after we fired that guy from the Raiders, they held the Rams down. I know the Browns didn't have any wide receivers, but they didn't look bad. They making plays, bro. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the new coaching.
If he can drop 23 versus the Rams and the Browns, 2 excellent defenses, when he's throwing to, aside from James Crowder, Berrios and Brashard Perriman.
Listen, say what you want, but I think Berrios is going to be the best wide receiver.
No, I think Berrios.
He's not bad. Like,
is this his first year? He's
new,
right?
Rookie.
Bro, I'm telling you, once they start to, dude, notice the rookies in the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, they're like nuts right now. And now, I don't know. He was hitting some good passes. There's like Drew said, Browns. No one on the defense had COVID for them. Like they got a pretty fucking good defense, and like Jets still scored 23. The Rams, Aaron Darnold, like they got fucking the best defensive lineman in the game to fucking beat the Rams. I don't know. They fired the coach.
Yeah, I don't know.
Adam Gase has to go.
It might be starting to click.
I personally, as a lifelong, as a lifelong Jet, let me just let you.
No. I just have one question for you before you go, because I know you're going to go on a long tangent here, so I just want to get one thing.
But all right,
I feel like you started slow. If the Jags pick up Trevor Lawrence, are you going to be mad if the Jets pick up another like wide receiver?
If the Jaguars pick up Trevor Lawrence, I would like to see an offensive lineman get drafted.
Second overall.
Continue to build the offensive line at that point.
All right, but if they don't pick up Trevor, the Jags and the Jets pass on Trevor, you're going to be mad.
If the Jets
I think the whole world's going to be mad.
So if the Jets pass on Trevor, yes, I'm going to be pissed. Because there's no scenario where Trevor Lawrence is not where Sam Darnold is better than Trevor Lawrence. If the Jets can get Trevor Lawrence and they pass on Trevor Lawrence, I'd
probably be really pissed.
But if the Jaguars pick up Trevor Lawrence, I would like to continue to build the line. Because we do have a really weak offensive line. I have a lot of faith in Berrios as a wide receiver. I love Crowder in the slot. Wide receivers I think are easier to come by, than other pieces. So, running back, I love.
Oh yeah, no rookie. Wait, we need to draft a fucking running back.
I love Perine, I was thinking of something. The Gator, the Perine, he got injured, but we
gotta send Frank.
I think he's gonna be good.
Yeah. Frank
Gore can retire now. You guys aren't 0-16.
Yeah, and Frank Gore hit 16,000 yards, so he should be gone. But no, the Jets. The running back. I like Perine.
I want a Saquon Barkley. I want one of those. I want to purchase one of those.
Oh yeah, just a Saquon.
Yeah,
Saquon Barkley.
Because they just get breeded and like fall out of your ass. People.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That.
Bro, the Giants just picked him up, fully breeded, fucking ready to go. Like my man had thick legs before playing, and he still got some thick legs.
Anyway, what I was going to say, though, before this, Chris, was I personally think the Jets need to rebuild from the top down. So I think the Jets need to do what the New York Mets did. I think they need new ownership to start. And then from there, well, then, no, not new ownership. They're not selling the team.
You want to sell the whole team?
I want brand new ownership.
I want Steve Cohen to buy the Jets.
Yeah, brand new ownership, brand new GM, brand new head coach, all new coaching, offensive, defensive, quarterback, everything. I want to clean, complete house with the Jets. That's the only way that you can start solving your issues. You gotta clean, complete house. But that's my opinion. Is it gonna happen? No, but.
I think it depends what happens tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. Sunday with the defense.
I think the Jets win again. I think the Jets beat the Patriots.
Dude, I told you that. I'm like, I'm betting the Jets here, and they're plus 3 on the Pats, and I'm like,
I think the Jets win.
I don't see a world where Cam Newton throws dude, they sucked against the Bills. They're coming off their shorter week, and then.
What I don't get.
And I don't think
starting Stidham.
Well,
why are you not starting Jarrett Stidham?
Dude, he looked like afternoon too. He couldn't even complete a pass.
Yeah, but it was also give him a full start. Give him a full game.
Okay, yeah, no, whatever.
There's no point.
I hope they give him a full game so the Jets each get a free ass win.
I hope they lose too. Maybe get a better draft position.
Jets locked in too since he just won again, right?
Yeah.
We can't. The New York Jets cannot draft lower than 2, and the Jaguars can't draft lower than 1.
I knew the Jets were locked in. I don't know if the Jets were locked in.
Jets are locked in at 2.
Yeah, because the next closest team is Houston at 4.
So we actually have Jet fans actually have a week where we could actually root for the team and not be disappointed in a win.
I rooted for them last week and I won my parlay. I feel like they're just. I don't know.
Well, going around, do you think so? Right now, it's rumored that Adam Gase is gone. Right now, no official report. But if it's not true and the Jets win, do you think Adam Gase stays for 2021?
No, he blew it. He blew it for the season. You can't start 0-13 and then win the last 3 when teams are like out of it. Right? There's no. I mean, we did beat 2 teams.
2 very in it teams.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on this, Doodle? Do you keep Gase?
For the Rams?
I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. I don't think there's a fan out there who wants to keep Gase. First of all, even if he was a good quarterback, I can't look at him. His eyes bug the crap out of me. I can't do it. Can't do it.
And even aside from performance, like considering the state, city, town we live in, like with the amount of negative media on him, you can't keep him. If you keep him, like there's gonna be
a riot.
Problems.
New York is very cutthroat.
Let's just say that you can attend football games full attendance next season. The Jets aren't going to sell tickets. If they don't get rid of Gase, their attendance is going to plummet. Everything's going to plummet. Mm-hmm. Like that, I don't think there's ever been a more hated coach in sports by their own team than
in a while, in a long time.
You know, there's a problem with a team when before the season starts, there's already a 50% off discount on their clothing. Dude, I swear, bro, before the season even started, there was like 30% off on the Jets shit. Now, literally, I got a thing for like 75% off some jerseys. I was like,
it's wild, dude.
Dude, I want to burn my 2 fucking Jamal Adams jerseys.
Moving forward off the Jets,
I don't have the balls.
The Steelers. How do you guys feel about the Steelers, man? Going into the playoffs here.
Bye-bye, first round. Bye-bye, see you later.
They have issues. Their offense. I mean, their offense definitely looks better with Connor in it, but I feel like they're struggling, click wise.
Don't like it. They're bad. Who would they play as of right now? Tennessee.
Right now the Steelers are the 3 seed, so they would be playing the Ravens, I believe.
And that's a W for Baltimore.
And Baltimore's really hot, so the Steelers more than likely going to be a one and done type of team in the playoffs. I think personally, if they continue to play like they are right now, they will be definitely a one and done type of team.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's up?
Do you think the Ravens beat Jaguars this week by 15 points?
15? Probably.
Chris is.
You think so by 15?
Chris is low-key trying to gamble right now
spreads.
On the podcast.
No, that's the spread this week, 15. I was like, I know the Jaguars, like, now they can win, and then it doesn't really matter, so I don't know if they're going to actually try now.
Even if they did, I think Baltimore crushes them.
Baltimore is still technically fighting for a playoff spot, so they're going to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. That's why I just...
15
points. That's a lot.
Yeah, but it's Jacksonville. That's not a problem. The only team that I think that Pittsburgh would beat in round 1 is Cleveland, if Cleveland even makes it. I know they just beat the Colts, but I don't think they do it again.
So let's
talk. Do any of their wide receivers play?
Their wide receivers would be back for the playoffs.
Is it enough talent?
Well, let's talk about that scenario. So we have 5 teams in the AFC who are 10-5.
Mm-hmm.
The Titans, the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Browns, and the Colts. Right now, the Colts are the team that is not making the playoffs.
They're going to end up in it.
Who do you think out of those 5 don't?
Cleveland.
You think Cleveland loses this week?
Yes. So Tennessee, Baltimore, and Indy all are playing very favorable matchups against non-playoff
Baltimore's
teams.
not losing against the Jags. Baltimore's not losing.
Tennessee's playing Houston and Indy. I forget who Indy's playing, but they're also a very low-tier team. Miami is playing Buffalo. Cleveland is playing... Who'd you just say?
Pittsburgh.
I don't know.
Right?
Pittsburgh.
Do they play Pittsburgh the final week? Usually they do.
Yes, they play Pittsburgh. I think both Miami and Cleveland are going to lose, and Miami has a tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm. So Miami would fall to the
Miami's going to be the 7th seed,
and the
Cleveland's going to miss. Yeah,
which
honestly, that'd be an awesome matchup.
Yeah, because that would be Bills Miami back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, and it's a divisional matchup, so like anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome. And
who do you think wins for NFC?
The AFC as
a whole?
No, NFC.
Buffalo.
NFC.
Oh, NFC.
Packers.
I'm talking about the NFC fucking
the NFC East.
East. There we go.
God, be specific.
Yeah. I think the Washington football team.
So do I. I was iffy before they released Haskins. Since they released Haskins, I think that means Alex Smith is definitely playing, and Washington's back to being like good. Without Smith, they're bad.
I think the Redskins win the division.
Who?
I think the Redskins.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Washington football team wins the division.
Still getting used to that.
I think Alex Smith doesn't come back.
Then who would start at quarterback?
Heineke,
and then I think they lose. I think they lose to the Eagles because the Eagles are cutthroat. Don't care if they're in or not. Jalen Hurts is about to show off his gun, and then I think Dallas beats what?
Dallas beats the Giants.
Yeah,
Dallas in the Giants is next factor. Dallas has looked really good. I mean, Andy Dalton. I'm happy I picked him in FanDuel last week. He was looking pretty nice.
He's heating up. Took him a while.
But that's a division game, so anything can happen. I mean, they're all division games.
I think the Giants are falling off. Gallman's been falling off. Danny Dimes been looking like ass.
I don't want to hear Gallman's been falling off. Wayne Gallman is not a good run. He's he's a professional running back, but he's not a starting running back.
He's a backup to Saquon, but he was trying to do his best. He had 2 good weeks, and now they've just been.
But yeah, I definitely think Washington takes it.
Well,
that defense is just nasty.
The NFC is not clinched yet. There's no number 1 seed clinched for the NFC. The Packers are number 1 right now. A win next week, they will have the number 1 seed, which means the playoffs will have to go through Lambeau. As Lambeau in the playoffs in the cold, it's a tough place to go through. Just like the AFC is going through Kansas City, and to play in Arrowhead, just as tough, if not harder, to play in Arrowhead through the playoffs. So, best of luck to all the teams that are not the Packers and the Chiefs. I personally think that's going to be our Super Bowl.
I'm still taking the Bills in the AFC.
I think
there's just something about them.
Listen, I personally think Aaron Rodgers, and it's not going to be biased, but I think Aaron Rodgers wins MVP. As much as I love Mahomes, I think Aaron Rodgers is the MVP this year. I mean, he is just he has the best quarterback stats this year. But it's not even close. Aaron Rodgers is the MVP.
You know who you can argue about also being MVP though?
Josh Allen.
Bro, he brought the Bills from nothing to something.
Yeah,
like Green Bay's always been good, but the Bills always been like lower with like the Dolphins and the Jets while Patriots lead the division. The Bills are like a scary motherfucking team with Josh Allen, Diggs, Josh Allen beat. Yeah, Beasley got hurt. That might be fucking bad.
I don't think he's gonna miss. He's not gonna miss playoff time. I agree. It depends how you view MVP. Like I agree with you because I view MVP as like without Josh Allen, the Bills are screwed. But if you're basing it off of like straight up stats, you wouldn't think of Josh Allen.
Okay, so without Aaron Rodgers, what are the Packers?
I think with a
nutty, Aaron Jones like a running back.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be as good. Steve.
They're not going to be 13-3.
But I think Aaron Rodgers without Green Bay, they'll do okay. Josh Allen without the Bills, they're in deep shit.
I agree.
They need someone decent.
I still think the Packers are a playoff team if they have a upper middle ground quarterback.
Yeah,
I personally don't think winning the conference, but I think they're a wild card team.
I feel like Josh Allen has just got more like.
I'm not taking anything away from Josh Allen. I
think if anything though, it could be either Aaron Rodgers, could be MVP. I think Russell Wilson blew it. I think
Russell Wilson could have been the MVP.
He was like a reigning leader. Like I was about to put a bet on him, bro. It was like negative like 800 to put like a bet on for like.
That first half of the season, he was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Now he looks like ass. He's not. I mean, he looks like a fucking like.
The Seahawks in general look like they're hurting though. For some reason, they are not.
Their defense has looked better though. I will give them that.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray looked pretty good like midseason. Now he's fell off. Kyler Murray's also hurt now, so like he's in the Arizona. I don't know. Do they have such good people?
They're a weird team.
They got like such good people on paper, and then it's just bad.
Go back to like week 4, like the 4th podcast.
I know you're right.
I said the Cardinals were not going to be a playoff team.
I just figured Larry Fitz, D-Hop, straight hands, Captain Kirk. I was like Kyler Murray, like that's just like a recipe for this. And they got like Kenyon Drake, is not like terrible, but like he did not produce.
Well, Kenyon Drake was a like a one-hit wonder at the final like couple of weeks last year, and that's it. And now he's just been mediocre at best.
But then I see like the Cardinals going 4-0 like so many times. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, there's so many weapons you guys have, and like nothing. But yeah, they're out. 49ers. I'm pretty sure if they didn't like the whole team didn't break versus the Jets, I'm pretty sure they'd be like a better team. But dude, their whole team broke against the Jets in MetLife week 2. Like Mostert gone. Their whole team. I don't even have to name them all. But I feel like they could have been better after being like like contenders last year. They said they had the worst flop from being in the Super Bowl to now not even making the playoffs.
So, one last thing to touch on real quick before we get into fantasy. This is definitely a longer podcast due to missing a week. But how do you teams that go to the goal line and sit on the ball and play for the field goal to win the game? I want to hear your viewpoint on that type of strategy, and then I may have a little bit of a rant because we saw this backfire twice last week. So I kind of wanted to hear your viewpoints on this.
I think it's smart to, if you know the field goal is going to be the last kick of the game, I think it's the biggest brain you can be, because there's no chance. Like, if you're kicking that ball and the game's going to end, just this 20-yard kick, 25-yard kick, this man's getting paid millions of dollars to kick this field goal when he's getting paid millions for to kick like 40 to 50 is like, it's pretty hard. But you're kicking a 25-yard field goal or 30. Nothing max than 30. Like, if you go down, you got to go down like within the 5, right? Just to kick this field goal, and instead of running the touchdown, I think it's big brain. But not going like what the Raiders did and going down and making that the not last play of the game, I think that's pretty stupid. You're giving the offense, what they give them, like 20 seconds?
22 seconds
to go down,
and then Dolphins
too
have
much
19
time.
after the kickoff.
That is too much time for one play to go like 30 yards and then step out. Like, there's so many quarterbacks that can just, especially Ryan. I don't think, let me take that back. I don't think Tua could have done that, but Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's been in the league a lot.
Well, Ryan Fitzpatrick had like a miracle, no look blind, hand in the face.
Even if that guy didn't catch the ball, they were going 15 yards. He could have had another pass. We don't know what happened, but that was bro. Bro, he knew after he threw it, he was like rip on it, like, dude, that man does not care. He is a hype machine. But yeah, now and then I can tell you, so blurry. I can tell you one way that it was bad. Remember when Gurley fell into the end zone and then Matt Stafford ran down the field because they didn't sit on the ball. They could have literally waited for Younghoe Koo to kick like a 20-yard field goal and they would have won that game. So that's where I think it's bad. That's why I feel like you need, if you can run out the clock, go down the one. That's it.
Andrew?
I think you gotta leave it to your kicker.
Yeah, I mean, if you can guarantee it's going to be the last play of the game, why wouldn't you? But I don't know. I'm not going to call it smart or dumb because it's very situational. Like, if you're looking to tie the game with a field goal.
Oh no! Why would you tie it? Just run it. They're not.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to call it smart or dumb. It's way too situational.
You're not tying the game because you're
talking about specifically. You're talking about specifically take the lead.
Take the lead.
There's no way you would not go in to tie a game to go to a team. You're going to go fucking in the end.
Well, yeah. Yeah. No. I think it's smart. Only, like Chris said, only if you can guarantee it's the last play of the game.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm gonna be the odd man out. I think under no circumstance you play for the field goal. I don't care if you're gonna wind it down to 1 second and kick the field goal. Anything bad snap, miss the field goal, you lose right there. If you are guaranteed a touchdown, go in, take the points, and force their offense to score a touchdown. Trust your defense. I feel like you have less risk trusting your defense, and then don't do what all defenses do and go into prevent. Play defense as if it's the first quarter. Play up. Don't give them those 15 yards. So many teams drive down the field because the defenses are just playing so far back because they don't want to get the deep ball, but you're letting them just drive down the field. Like, punch it in, take the touchdown. Because I'm gonna tell you, Coastal Carolina in their bowl game tried to do exactly what the Raiders did, and it would have been the last play of the game. They were going to kick a game-winning field goal. They fumbled the ball in doing it. Lose the ball. Turned it over. Went to overtime. They lost. When they could have just punched in. The defense was letting them come into the end zone. And they fumbled. Trying to do that. Oh, I'm going to kick a field goal for the last play of the game. There's too many things that could happen not taking the points. In my opinion. I don't care. If you score a touchdown, there's a minute 13 left. Play tough defense. For a minute and 13 seconds. They have to score a touchdown. You can let them get to the 1 yard line on your side. If they don't get into the end zone, you win. Instead of you risking pass interference 15 yards, roughing the passer 15 yards. Now they're going to be able to kick a field goal to either tie the game or win, for that matter. I would rather the other team always have to play to score a touchdown than to only get to like the 40 and kick a long field goal.
So
because
I will say that,
you know what I'm trying to say.
I do. Because Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, dude, made a career off of opposing teams doing that.
I'm aware.
Giving them time on the clock.
Very, very aware. Those two are a different breed of team. Yeah. But in general,
difference between coaching between like me and Drew, like we would play like safe instead of relying on 11 men on our defense. You say trust your defense. Trust your kicker, dude. Trust your kicker to be what he does. That's all he does is kick this one field goal instead of your defense having to worry about one guy with pass interference or one stupid defensive lineman going for this big sack and then roughing the passer and ruining for you. It's just you're the guy who snaps the ball, the guy holding the ball, and the guy kicking. And literally just relying on what they practice for hours and hours upon day, just kicking this one fucking ball through this fucking goalpost instead of your whole defensive, like every defense to pick like the perfect package. I hate prevent because I know there's going to be that guy that does 15 yards, that tight end that does 15 yards.
Prevent is the worst thing in the world. Why any defense does that?
But you have to do that because if there's a deep shot over your head, like the Jets versus Oakland.
Well, that's different though. The Jets sent eight people.
That's a blitz. Yeah, they should have blitzed. They should have played normal. But that's what you don't play prevent. They get that one deep pass, and just God forbid your defensive line trips, or what's it called, pass interference on a deep ball because they're fighting and touching. It's always defensive pass interference. It could get hairy on that 1v1 situation.
But even if there's pass interference down the field and they get to like the 20, they still have to get it into the end zone. They still are playing for a touchdown. You kick the field goal. You let that happen. You shorten the field on where they need to drive by them now playing for a field goal and not a touchdown. They only have to get to like the 40 or the 35 instead of having to go the full field.
But you don't have to go through the stress if you just,
Plus, just try. So many things could happen. You could fumble. You could fumble a snap. You can something. So there's so many. I think there's more risk in playing for a field goal than it is to just take the points. But I am always a fan though of taking the points, and it drives me nuts watching football when coaches don't take the points. I am always to take the points.
It's a coaching situation, bro.
It's very situational. Like if let's just say game side, I have the ball on the 1. I have one timeout left, and there's 30 seconds left. I'll run one play and try and score a touchdown. Maybe.
I won't even run that play. I'll kneel it. A possible chance of a fumble, not fucking doing that.
But running that one play is a stretch. It also depends on who your defense is. If I'm the coach of the Falcons, I'm kicking the field goal. I do not trust my defense, and I have one of the best kickers in the league. If I'm the Rams, maybe I score a touchdown. Maybe I don't because my offense is garbage, but it depends on who you have, what the situation is.
Unless your kicker's leg is broken, I'm kicking the fucking field goal. Dude, I'll even send Ocho Cinco out there to kick that field goal. Like, I don't know. I feel like the field goal is just let. You say there's more chances of it getting messed up. I think there's too many plays on defense where you can get messed up. They have 4 downs at least. Yeah. Like when it's just one play, it'll decide your whole game. Like the game will end on that play. Either you win or you lose. Instead of scoring and now you have to play defense and you still don't know if you're going to win or lose. Like you have to hope your defense doesn't fuck up.
That's true. You make a good point right there. Like if you play to have that field goal shot be the last play of the game, you can't lose. If we're talking about a tied situation, you will not lose in regulation if you play that way. You're either going to tie and go into overtime or win.
No, I'm not even talking about going to overtime. Okay. So let's
say if the game is tied.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Huh? Oh. Okay. If the game is tied, I'm going for the field goal no matter fucking what. Right? In no fucking circumstance am I scoring. Not one circumstance am I scoring. I mean, yes, you have to force them to get a touchdown. Maybe I take that back. I'd rather if it's tied, and I have. Okay, ready? If it's tied and I have 30 seconds on the clock with one timeout, I'm scoring the touchdown. That forces them to get a touchdown, right? Mm-hmm. But if I'm down 2, I'm down 2 right now. I get the touchdown. Yeah, force them to get the touchdown. But if they get that touchdown and they win, I fucking lost. But instead of I could have lost on that field goal, or I could have lost on my team scoring that. I think if it's tied, I punch it in because that forces them to field a touchdown. If they get that touchdown, we're going to OT.
If it's tied, you take the shot.
I take the shot. I take the shot with 30 seconds with one timeout. I'm on the 2-yard line. I'm going to have my fucking guy run.
So you would rather lose to a missed field goal than lose to your defense letting you down, is what you're saying.
I would feel so much better if I was the coach and I put my kicker in there, knowing that I'm coaching, and if he's going for that field for a 29-yard field goal, dead center. If my kicker can't hit that, I don't think people are going to be mad at me. I think people are going to be mad at my fucking kicker for sucking, and I want Brandon.
I would much rather lose via Cody Parkey than getting Hail Murray'd.
Bro, you know how bad? You know how fucking...
I'd rather get Hail Murray'd. I would rather lose on defense than lose with a missed field goal. That's just me, though.
Bro, you know how bad Gurley felt when he accidentally ran in that touchdown and then he lost because of that? Because they gave Matthew Stafford too much time.
But I think that was the right play. I personally think that's the right play.
And you're wrong. You have Younghoe Koo, the best kicker in the game. All he has to do is just kick the field goal and they win. You think that's the right play?
All the defense had to do was not play prevent. They let in that scenario they let Detroit just drive down the field.
I think we can probably talk about this for another hour, but I'm
just saying I would never pass up points.
I don't think you're wrong, Steve. I just think
I'm not looking to say who's right, who's wrong. I'm just getting your opinion. I personally will take a touchdown and trust and leave it on my defense 10 out of 10 times.
I will put 100. Yeah, but then you put on your defense, and if your defense blows it, it comes back on you for being the defensive coordinator and picking the shittiest play or picking a bad play. While it could just be up to your fucking kicker and the guy. It's all up to your kicker, bro. Unless it's a bad snap, then it goes to your center. Or it's a bad hold.
It's just so many things that can go wrong, though.
It's just.
It is either way. It's your fault because you're the head coach.
It's not your fault. When you're having that is not your fault.
When the defense is letting you walk into the end zone, the defense is literally letting you score a touchdown, and you are just kneeing the ball pretty much and not going in, and then you send out your kicker and he misses it. People are gonna say, "Well, you could have scored the touchdown." I mean, either way, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't in any situation.
There is no person that yells at you for not scoring the touchdown when you can end the game on the field goal. When the clock's going to strike 0 on the end of that field goal and you're going to secure a dub, no one's yelling at you. They're yelling at your kicker if he shanks it.
All right.
There's no way. One more. There's no way you run that in, right? And you're mad like, oh, why'd you run that in with? You're going against Aaron Rodgers. You run that in. There's 45 seconds on the clock, and you rush the touchdown. There's no way. As a coach, you're going to be like, oh, that was a good idea, giving Aaron Rodgers 45 seconds to win the game instead of going down on the 1 and letting your kicker end the game instead of Aaron Rodgers fucking end the game and making your team on highlight reel of Aaron Rodgers winning on your defensive calls.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. Because that is on you then for scoring 45 seconds early, letting Aaron Rodgers get 45 seconds to dick you in the ass when you're in defense. You can pick any fucking defensive play. I think Aaron Rodgers will walk down the field on you. Tom Brady will walk down the field on you. And you'll just feel like absolute shit. Dude, that like Drew said in the very beginning, like literally 10 minutes ago, Aaron Rodgers and Brady, they had the name for that. Like, they've done this multiple times because teams will not go down on the 1 and just kick the field. I'm done. Steve, hit him with that stat since we're on Brady. Hit him with it.
Right. So, Steph Curry has a career three-point shooting of 43%.
And we can all agree Steph Curry is like the best, 3-point shooter in the game.
In the game right now, yeah.
He hit 105 3-pointers in a row last week.
He's the best 3-point shooter in the game right now.
And I know nothing about basketball, but
I will take Allen Iverson over him.
He has a 3-point shooting percentage of 43%. Brady has been in the league for 20 years and has been in the Super Bowl 9 times, giving him a Super Bowl percentage of 45 out of his career. There's a greater chance, technically, that Tom Brady is going to the Super Bowl than Steph Curry makes a 3-point shot.
It's the Brady effect, baby.
It's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Moving forward, though, with fantasy, you had your fantasy championship this week. Hope you guys did well, like this guy over here. It helps if you had Kamara. Congratulations. If you went against Kamara, I am so sorry. But yeah, this guy won our fantasy championship, and this guy also had Kamara. Screen's a little blurry, but it's all good.
And Stephon Diggs, baby.
And Stephon Diggs.
Where the fuck is he?
So I have a quick little story for the cast. And I'm going to say it quick because this is definitely a longer cast, but this guy owes me the biggest thank you for being in the championship game. So what happened was I'm in 2 different fantasy leagues, 3 actually, but
I want to hear this bullshit.
But Lutz is like my favorite kicker in the game. I always make sure I draft Lutz. I always make sure I have Lutz like in every league that I'm in. And for the past couple of weeks, Lutz has just not been it. So I picked up Gostkowski in 2 leagues specifically my Yahoo leagues, and I was going to play Gostkowski over Lutz. I had every intention of playing Gostkowski over Lutz. There was no scenario where Lutz was ever going to be in my starting lineup. So in the league with Chris, I wasn't dropping Lutz because I didn't want to completely drop him and lose him. In my other league, I was going week by week, kicker to kicker type of thing. And I picked up Gostkowski in both leagues. And since I was dropping my kicker to pick up Gostkowski, in the other league, Gostkowski automatically went into the lineup. In the league with Chris, because I wasn't dropping Lutz, Gostkowski went to the bench. Now, I check my fantasy lineup every freaking Sunday morning. And
Bad manager, bro.
When I pulled up my Yahoo app, the league with Chris was not the first team that came up. So what I do every Sunday morning is I'm scrolling through, making sure there's no injuries, no one like going out last minute, making sure everyone's playing. I'm seeing what time they're playing. I'm scrolling through, and my eyes see Gostkowski in the lineup. I quickly switch over to league with Chris. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just looking at projected points, making sure everyone's still playing. I'm scrolling through, think nothing of it. I'm going to be real. I didn't even look at the game because I was versing Chris to go to the championship. I didn't even look at that matchup until the 4:00 games. I didn't even want to know because I thought it was going to be way too close. I didn't want to stress. I was more focused on my other league. I kept that one open. I didn't know until like the end of the 1:00 games pretty much that Lutz was in with Chris's league until Gostkowski hit like a 50-yarder. And I got all hyped, thinking I just got a 50-yard kick in both my leagues, blah, blah, blah. So I checked the league without him. I'm all hyped, right? I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to the championship in this league. I switch over to the league with Chris just to see how it's going. And I'm like, all right, I'm losing. No biggie. It's all right. I still have a bunch of people at the 4:00 games. I'm just scrolling through, and I go, why is Lutz in? Oh, my God, why is Lutz in? And I'm looking, I scroll all the way down, and there Gostkowski is on my bench. And I was like, holy shit, I never swapped him out in that league. And I stayed quiet. I didn't make a scene. Kind of just chilled and went, all right, it is what it is. I stayed quiet. I didn't say anything to anyone. And let me finish. I didn't say anything to anyone. I chilled. I stayed quiet. I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe Lutz will have a turnaround game. It's okay. It's okay. Lutz did not. And I lost to Chris in a difference of what Gostkowski and Lutz had. If I would have played Gostkowski, I would have been in the championship in both my leagues. And that haunts me. However, I would have lost the championship this week if I was in the championship. So it makes it a little better. But lesson to be learned of if you're in multiple leagues and you're going to be playing the same people on a pickup, make sure that you start them all right off the bat and don't take it for granted. But that is my fantasy blunder of the year. It definitely stung that week, but it stung way less knowing that I wasn't going to be the champion anyway. So that is my fantasy story. I finished in second in one league, fourth in another. So it is what it is.
Finishing first and third.
But Chris can thank me for being in the championship game. Yeah.
I don't have to thank you. I just gotta thank the poor managerial skills. I gotta thank, everyone has a blunder, I could have put in Melvin Gordon instead of someone else, I mean, yeah.
You keep saying that, but there was never a situation where Melvin Gordon was going in, so that's completely irrelevant. There was no scenario where Lutz was playing in that game. I specifically picked Gostkowski up to take him out,
put him in.
to put him in for Lutz. And it never went through. Because like I said...
You know what the best part was? This guy all day, he said he stayed quiet. This guy all day was texting me. Every time one of my players scored, I'm depressed. It's over. It's gone. It's over.
But I said nothing. I stayed quiet about Lutz. I didn't say anything about Lutz.
Yeah. Now, let me read it off. I'm actually depressed right now. The goddamn Jets. Don't say shut up, you won. Not gonna talk. When I tell you, I ignored this man all fucking day. All fucking day. Like, and you know what the worst part was? I was doing so good, and then he hit me with this thing like, you really can't ignore the whole day. I swear if I win, I'll give you the money for whatever I win. I said deal. As soon as I wrote back deal, Baker Mayfield was popping off 18 points. Stop doing shit. He fucking just stopped. Like, the points stopped right there. I was like, oh no. And then the kid hits me with the audacity.
There was a situation where if the Giants scored that final drive, his defense would have lost 3 points, which would have made me win by 1. I was rooting for a Giant touchdown more than anything in the world, because all of a sudden I looked at the score and went, holy crap, if the Giants score, the Browns are just going to sit on the ball because they're going to win. If the Giants score, Chris loses 3 points, I'm going to win by 1.
The audacity, bro. Like, I was doing such a job ignoring him all day. And then it's like, fine, I'll talk to you, but, bro, you're a jinx. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you won yet. And then I finally take the lead by, because I had the Browns. I had Baker Mayfield in, and I had the Browns defense.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, all I needed was I took the lead by, 2 points. I'm up 2. And then the Giants get the ball. And if they scored, I lose points for my defense. Bro, they're running down the field. This man texts me, what strange thought. Imagine if Giants go down the field and score here and your defense loses points and I win because of that. I literally stopped. I looked at that message. I put my phone down. I got a message 5 minutes later. Oh, wow, you're ignoring me again. Bro, this guy tilted me so hard. And I waited. Till the next day to even respond to you. Like, it was 11 o'clock at night. You said GG. I didn't even respond, and then I responded in the morning. GG, dick. Like, I was so mad. I was so mad that you broke that shit. I was like, oh my god, you spoke it into existence. And I would have been pissed. I would have been so mad if you beat me. And then considering that you said you were going to give me money, so I would have paid you for fucking me if you won the championship. But I would have been pissed that you would have came in second. I would have been so mad at you. I dominated Trevor's ass. Kamara 55, Diggs with 40, and then I had Jimmy Graham pick it up.
Yeah,
coach of the week.
Anyway. We're gonna end it on that note. Andrew, you have anything to say about my blunder or?
It was a blunder.
I was a first round exit, so I had a pretty stress-free weekend. I won on FanDuel. It's pretty cool.
It's gonna haunt
me. My leagues I was going for third. I beat Roy's ass. Felt good. Living rent free.
But
yeah,
thank you for
Manny. It's been real. Thanks for staying the whole time, Manny.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Longer podcast just because we missed last week. It'll be back to normal time next week. If you are still around, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Binkz and Doodle Effect every Wednesday at 3 p.m. If you're listening on anywhere you listen to podcasts, give us a 5-star review. If we see it, we will shout you out. And until next time, guys.
Doses.
Peace out.
Peace.